Hi friends, good morning. Welcome to CivTech Simplified. I am presenting part 1 of Pavement Design and Highway Construction lecture. In this part, we will be presenting 25 multiple choice questions for your next exam. And these questions would help civil engineers like you to prepare for the competitive exams, your job interviews, as well as university tests. And remember, the correct answers would be clearly highlighted so that you could review them effectively. So let's get started with today's video. Question number 1. A soil is considered as coarse-grained if it retains more than dash in a sieve of 75 microns. A soil is considered as coarse-grained if it retains more than dash in a sieve of 75 micron. Option A, 90% of the soil. Option B, 70% of the soil. Option C, 50% of the soil. Option D, 20% of the soil. C is the correct answer, which is 50% of the soil. So a soil is considered to be coarse grained if it retains more than 50% of the soil in a sieve of 75 micron. So C is the correct answer for this question. Question number 2. In the classification of soil, plasticity chart is dash. Option A, plasticity index versus liquid limit. Option B, plasticity limit versus liquid limit. Option C, plasticity index versus liquidity index. Option D, none of the above. So A is the correct answer. Plasticity index versus liquid limit is the plasticity chart. Question number 3. In grain size analysis, the chart is option A, particle weight versus percentage of passing, particle size versus weight of passing, particle size versus percentage of passing, none of the above. So C is the correct answer. The grain size analysis chart shows the particle size versus percentage of passing. Question 4. Which type of the material should be unsuitable for embankment construction? Which type of material should be unsuitable for embankment construction? Option A, clay having liquid limit exceeding 50 and plasticity index exceeding 25. Option B, clay having liquid limit exceeding 70 and the plasticity index exceeding 45. Option C, clay having liquid limit exceeding 60 and plasticity index exceeding 35. And last option is clay having liquid limit exceeding 80 and plasticity index exceeds 50. So the material whose option B, clay having liquid limit exceeding 70 and plasticity index exceeding 45 is unsuitable for embankment construction, and B is the correct answer for this question. Question 5. Which type of material should be unsuitable for subgrade construction? Option A, clay having liquid limit exceeding 50 and plasticity index exceeding 25. Option B, clay having liquid limit exceeding 70 and plasticity index exceeding 45. Option C, clay having liquid limit exceeding 60 and plasticity limit exceeding 25. And last option, clay having liquid limit exceeding 50 and plasticity index exceeding 45. So the type of material unsuitable for subgrade construction is A, that is clay having liquid limit exceeding 50 and plasticity index exceeding 25. Question number 6. Which are the desirable properties of soil? Option A, incompressibility. Option B, Permanency of strength. Option C, stability. So the desirable properties of the soil include all of these. So option D, all of the above is the correct answer. Question number 7. Relative compaction percentage of maximum lab dry density obtained by standard Proctor test for embankment is relative compaction percentage. Option A, none, not less than 90%, not less than 95%, not less than 85%, none of the above. So B is the correct option. The relative compaction percentage should be equal to or more than 95%. So B is the correct answer. Question 8. Maximum lab dry unit weight tested as per IS 2720 Part 7 light compaction for the subgrade and impact and earthen shoulder is maximum lab dry unit weight. Option A, not less than 17.5 kilonewton per meter cube. Option B, not less than 19.5. Option C, not less than 21.5. And option D, none of the above. So the maximum lab unit weight should not be less than 17.5. A is the correct answer. The ratio of deviator stress by the recoverable strain is called option A, stiffness, option B, stress, option C, modulus of resilient, option D, strain. So the ratio of deviator stress by recoverable stress is option C, modulus of resilient. Question number 10. In the crushing value test of aggregate, local applied by compression testing machine in the test is option A, 5 tons per minute, option B, 3 tons per minute, option C, 4 tons per minute, option D, 6 tons per minute. So C is the correct answer. The crushing value test of aggregate, 4 ton of the load is applied by compression machine. C is the correct answer. Question number 11. Which of the following test measures the toughness of road aggregate? Option A, impact test. Option B, abrasion test. Option C, crushing test. Option D, shape test. So A is the correct answer. Impact test. Question number 12. The specimen's shape used for impact test of the aggregate for highway construction is option A, cylindrical, option B, notched type, option C, rectangular, option D, box section type. So the cylindrical section is used for impact test of aggregate. Question number 13. The capability of aggregate to resist more weathering action and weed load is called option A, hardness, option B, toughness, option C, durability, option D, angularity. So C is the correct answer, which is durability. Question 14. Aggregate obtained from which type of rocks are strong? Option A, igneous rock, option B, sedimentary rock, option C, metamorphic rock, option D, rock formed by weathering. So the aggregate obtained from igneous rocks are strong. A is the correct answer. The flaky aggregate should not exceed dash 1 by 2 of mean dimension, 1 by 3 of mean dimension, 3 by 5 of mean dimension, 1 by 8th of mean dimension. So C is the correct answer for this question. The fine aggregate are having a size less than option A, 5 mm, option B, 4.75 mm, option C, 2.36 mm, option D, 7.5 micron. So the fine aggregates are having a size less than 4.75 mm. B is the correct answer. The dividing and operating of aggregates into different sizes is called option A, sieve analysis, option B, gap gardening, grading. Option C, impact. Option D, hardness. So sieve analysis is the correct answer. The dividing and operating of aggregate into different sizes is called sieve analysis. Question 18. The expansion of aggregate on reaction with water is called option A, swelling, option B, bulking, option C, expelling, option D, breaking. So B here is the correct answer. In the granular subbase material, guard grading class 1 and 2 is suitable for option A, both lower and upper subbase, option B, both subbase as drainage system, lower subbase as filter specimen. Option D is none of the above. So C is the correct answer for this question. Question number 20. For granular subbase in two-layer, low and upper subbase thickness shall not be less than dash individual. Option A, 150 mm, option B, 250 mm, option C, 300 mm, and option D, 175 mm. So A is the correct answer, which is 150 mm. Full form of WBM. What is WBM? Option A, wet bound macadam. Water bound mix. Option C, water bound macadam. Option D, none of the above. So C is the correct answer. WBM means water bound macadam. It's a type of pavement. Question number 22. Full form of WMM. Option A, water mix machine. Option B, wet mix machine macadam, wet movement macadam, and water mix mass. So B here is the correct answer for this question. Wet mix macadam. Question 23. In the base course for the waterbound macadam, the maximum speed of roller is option A, 5 km per hour, option B, 8 km per hour, option C, 10 km per hour, and option D, 15 km per hour. So A is the correct answer for this question, 5 km per hour. Full form of NMSA. Option A, nominal mix size of aggregate. Option B, normal mix size of aggregate. Option C, normal mix size of aggregate. Normal minimum size of aggregate, and nominal minimum size of aggregate. So A is the correct answer. NMSA means nominal maximum size of aggregate. Question 25 and the last question for this video. In the dense graded bituminous macadam for grading type 2, the nominal mix size of aggregate is option A, 37.5 mm, option B, 26.5 mm, option C, 19 mm, and option D, 45 mm. So B here is the correct answer, 26.5 mm. So thank you for watching this video part. We have completed part 1 of pavement design and highway construction MCQ series. Hopefully we will be bringing more questions and more information on the topic in our following videos. So please subscribe to CivTech Simplified for upcoming videos and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, as well as TikTok. So thank you very much.